What's up, budget buddies? It's Kim. Welcome to Debt to None. Okay, so this is it. I decided I want to just pull the trigger and get rid of all of my debt right here, right now with you. So, if I'm going to be completely honest, I am a little terrified. I'm kind of freaking out on the inside, but that's okay. My fear of not having enough savings is the reason why I've been dragging this debt out, and it's far too long. It's time to get rid of it. It's time to just be done. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. It has been quite a whirlwind since I started the journey in January of 2022, and I expected to be debt free um, in 2023, like just over a year. That was the original plan. My debt kept going up because of things that I had, big things that I had fixed around the house. And that's the whole reason for my debt in the first place. And then recently I took on more debt to have my house repiped, but I didn't really have to take it on. But I have this fear, and I'm sure there's plenty of people that can relate, this just overwhelming fear that I don't want to see my savings account go down so low. I just want to hang on to it. I want to keep making interest on it, and I'll just drag the whole debt game out. And I've been thinking about it, praying about it, talking to my husband about it. And it's just like, okay, be done. It's okay to close the door on that chapter. The money is there. You can save more money. It's all right. So I'm going to do this on this video with you watching. I'm just going to gouge into my savings and just pay it all off. Let me confess to you. Oh, you're going to die. You're going to die. You're not going to die. You might. I'm going to confess this to you. This is kind of embarrassing, but let me just put it out there. Hey, I got to be transparent, right? I mean, that's who I am. I like to be honest. I did something so crazy, and it's because of this fear that I have. But the fear can make you just do dumb stuff. I took on more debt on top of the loan that I got for the plumbing work that I had done recently. I just took out $4,000 on top of the 8,000. Why did I do that? Because I was like, well, this is so crazy. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. I'm just going to say it right here. I'm just going to say it. I was thinking, okay, I want to pay half of the $8,000 off right away, but I actually don't want to be without the money. What? So I decided, let me just take $4,000 from my other credit card company on those, balance transfer checks that they send out. I just wrote myself a check for $4,000, deposited into my account, sent it over to savings, and I was like, okay, great. Now I can pay $4,000 of the loan off. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like literally, I just started spiraling and just doing crazy stuff. I'm telling you, fear can make you ridiculous. And I had to really sit down and examine my feelings and why I feel this way and talk to myself sensibly. Kim, what are you doing? Why are you creating debt just for the fun of it? It's actually not fun. So what is happening here? And it was just one of those bad habits, like reverting to old bad habits that I did in the past, for no reason. So that's my confession that I actually owe more money than you guys know about because of this $4,000 idea that I had, which makes no sense. So right now I'm like, well, you know what? That was dumb. Not the first dumb financial move I've made, and it probably won't be the last, but hopefully after this point, I'll be done with just taking on debt just because it's so fun. Oh my goodness. So let's look at the real numbers and let's just pay this off together. For some reason, my heart is pounding, and this is so weird because it's just so weird the emotions that's into this. What are you doing? Oh gosh, Kim, try to be normal if you can. Okay, so here's the change. My US bank card, which if you've been here before and you've been watching me pay it down, you know that I got my US bank balance down to $5,500. Is that right?
Nope.
I actually think it was 5,800 the last time I did like a check-in. But I had saved up 50 that was it. I had saved up $5,500 to pay it off once I got it down to that point. And so I was expecting to be at 5,500 I think in June. Um so what happened when I did the plumbing, I just paid $800 to the US bank card. So that brought it down to 5,000. And then I borrowed $4,000 more. So, as you can see here, the US bank balance is 9,000. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's add that number, $9,000. Maybe I'll save it somewhere on the screen so you can see what I'm working with. And then let's go into the loan that I took out for my home improvement, repiping, the most recent home improvement debt. I owe $8,200 to them. So, wait, what else? Because I said I'm paying off all my debt. Let's look at some other isolated credit cards. The credit cards that I pay off every month. Let's just do it all right here, right now. This is what this video is about. We're making a huge debt payoff. The biggest one I've done, I think, ever at once. I'm pretty sure this is the largest debt payoff all at once. Mm-hmm. Yep, for me. So let's see. I have a Discover card. Let's check the balance on that. This one I use for going out to eat, which, if you're trying to be frugal, don't do that or keep that to a minimum. I'm not quite there yet, but I'll get there. So that I owe 161.21. Why do I owe? Actually, it's a little bit more than that because there's some pending charges that haven't hit yet. But we'll just worry about what's already posted. And I think a lot of that, oh no, I treated a friend to Cooper's Hawk the other day. So that was $113. Yeah, so okay. A lot of that is from just, trying to be nice, which I don't regret at all. That was so fun to spend time with her and do something nice. And then the rest is like isolated stuff like gas. So that's fine. So let's put that on my screen somewhere. So I have $8,200 that I owe. And then I also will be paying the 161.21. And then let's see, what other credit cards do I have? We have my Citibank, another credit card that I pay off every single month. My husband uses this credit card for our groceries because it's a cashback card. Um, I don't know. It's just a way to kind of save money in a sense. So right now, 5764 is on that. I do have some pending charges from my toll replenish and also another grocery shopping trip. I won't worry about that right now. Let's just put the 5764, add that to the numbers. And I think that's it. I think it's those two credit cards that I always pay off every single month. And then the Good Leap financing and my US Bank. I believe that's it. Let me just check just to make sure I don't have any other balances. Aha, I do. So, Wells Fargo, another credit card that I pay off every single month. My Wells Fargo credit card is connected to my Amazon account where I get the subscribe and save delivery every single month. So that goes there. And then also it's connected to my Walmart account. So whenever I pay through the app, it always hits this credit card. So net balance right now is 6286. So we'll throw that in the numbers as well. Okay, so adding up all of those numbers, I would be paying $17,481.71. However, a few days ago, I actually sent $200 to that Good Leap finance company. So I don't actually owe $8,200. It's $8,000 right now. So let's subtract that $200. Okay. So right here, right now, I'm going to pay $17,281.71. I'm going to pay that off to all my creditors, and that will put me completely debt free, minus my mortgage. So let's do this. First, let's take a quick look at what I have in savings. Okay, so right now in savings, I have $31,314.54. Now that jumped up that high because of that $4,000 that I took out, which was so ridiculous because it was 27,000. But yeah, so that'll leave me with $14,032.83 left in my emergency fund. That's not terrible. My goal was to keep it at $20,000, which is way more than we need for like an emergency fund. But I wanted our emergency fund to be extra chunky because of my unstable income and just getting used to this new way of living for us, working with so much less money than we had before. But $14,000 really isn't bad. Yeah. So that's that. I've got some big expenses coming up, but I have saved that in that emergency fund. My taxes and also my homeowner's insurance. But I can't keep being afraid. I'll just go ahead and schedule the payments and just be done with it. And that's that. Yeah, it's okay. I had to push the pay dates a little bit further out only because I needed time to make sure the transfer from savings into checking goes through because it's two different financial institutions and I'm transferring kind of a larger amount. So I just need to give myself a few extra days. So this is my US bank card and I'm going to pay $9,000 to go ahead and clear that out. So, yay! And then this is my Good Leap for my repiping, $8,000. That's all right. Just be done with the debt, get past the fear, and it's okay to start over again with savings. Even if you have to completely deplete your savings outside of like $1,000 or maybe $2,000 for a little emergency or whatever. I don't know. It might be the best thing to do just to get that weight off of you. I could have waited it out for the 12 months since I wasn't getting charged interest. But I have to say, the feeling of owing debt and having that, like having to pay someone a large sum of money and always have that hanging over your head month after month, it just kind of got really tiring for me. So I don't know. What are you guys going to see from me? I'm going to be talking about, savings, how to save money. I'm going to be working on being more frugal. And I say more frugal, but I definitely have not been. Have not been frugal lately at all. I think part of it is a little bit with depression. I mean, I wasn't like crazy spending or anything like that, but going out to eat, getting little treats here and there, I did start doing that. This month was supposed to be a no spend month. It wasn't. Let me just put that out there. It absolutely wasn't. Treating my friends to dinner or lunch and stuff and buying little treats here and there for myself and for my husband. I have been spending money. So April didn't cut it as far as a no spend month. So now I'm just looking to make, hopefully I will make that a no spend month. I think I'll be in a better mood in May because the debt is gone. Also, this month was kind of hard because, or not kind of hard, but my husband just paid $1,500 in taxes. Ugh, that was whatever, but it happens. You got to do what you got to do. So for me and my husband, April has turned out to be a very high expense month for us. But he's so proud of me when I told him, listen, I'm done. I'm just going to push past my fear. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and wipe it out. All of the home improvement debt that we have. What do you think? And he said, I am so proud of you. That is a wise decision. And he's like, okay, you know what? Your efforts will be blessed moving forward because you're doing the right thing, just getting rid of the debt and just, it's okay. He's like, we can just save whatever we can every single month. And it's better to put it into savings instead of having to, pay the creditors. Keep your money. So that's it. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? I mean, what a total 180 for me because I was just like, I don't have to pay it off. I'm just going to make my money make money for me and this and that. And I'm like, I don't know. It, I, the weight that kept sitting on my chest every day. And it was like, for what? Kim, for what? You have the money. What really are you doing? I already asked you guys this. How do you feel about what I just did? I mean, I don't know. I'm happy to be done with it, but now I'm like, okay, now what? Like, like what do you do when you pay off your debt? So I would say that okay, we're going to turn our attention to the mortgage, but at this point we cannot do that. Um because we're not bringing in money like that. Like a couple years ago, I kind of mapped out how I would be paying my mortgage off, but that was according to the income that I was bringing in at the time. And since everything has changed, I can't map that out. So at this point, we're not going to focus on paying off the mortgage. We're going to just focus on building back up the emergency fund, back up to at least the $20,000. And then most likely we're going to end up selling our house anyway. And then you guys can just watch me, you know, take on this transformation of a life. Like everything has changed in my life since I started this channel. Everything has changed for us. We don't have our daughter with us anymore. That has really taken a toll on us. But connected to that, our income was slashed completely. That has taken some getting used to. Um, but yeah, we might be living in an RV full time. We might not. We actually don't know. Okay, that was like the most unnerving and scary thing, something that I was so terrified to do, paying off all of my debt all at once. That was not something that I wanted to do. I was afraid to do it. And I still have an uneasy feeling, but I'm confident, that this will be good and that I'll be able to get my savings back up to a decent amount and that I can continue to make progress on my financial journey. I'm confident that this is a good decision, because I am applying Bible principles and you can never go wrong when you use Bible principles to guide you in life. So, friends, thank you so much for checking in on me and clicking on this video and watching me do this. Yeah, thank you so much for your support and your encouraging words. I know a lot of you feel the way I felt, and felt like it would be a better idea just to hang on to the savings and then pay off the debt slowly, which I love that idea because I did not want to gouge my savings, but I just need to be free. And I know you can relate to that as well. I need to get that weight off of my chest and just breathe and exhale and be debt free with a mortgage. And so that's it. I am. And yay, I did it. Thanks for all your support. Really appreciate you guys being here with me. And with that, I really hope that I see you next time.